Unidentified armed miscreants loot 1 crore 15 lakh rupees withdrawn from SBI main branch Churachandpur district to deposit in ATMs. Protests erupt at Mayanginfalt, Bangun following death of a raped minor girl. Many injured, including policemen. Manipur reports 90 new COVID-19 cases and 3 deaths in last 24 hours. Recoveries surpassed active cases by about 3,000. Rai MLA L. Susindra says Kurai constituency will get a dedicated COVID care center in the near future. United Bus Owners Welfare Association's Manipur announces resumption of statewide passenger bus services. And India's COVID-19 tally crosses 39 lakh with 83,341 fresh cases reported in the last 24 hours, while recoveries crossed 30 lakh mark. A very good evening to you all. I'm Colonel SHAMBANDURAM presenting you the prime-time English Bulletin. Now let's begin our bulletin with the top stories of today. Unidentified armed miscreants have looted 1 crore 15 lakh rupees withdrawn from SBI main branch in Churachandpur district for depositing in SBI ATMs today around 10:30 a.m. Impact News sources said the miscreant fired at the Writer Safeguard Company staff who are responsible for depositing money at various ATM booths in the town. Writer Safeguard Company staff come the security. 35-year-old Arambam Ranjan, son of late Arambam Kumar, originally from Langdum Mayai Laikai and currently residing at Khuga Tampak Maitei Laikai, was shot on his belly. He succumbed to his injuries at Sija Hospital this afternoon. He was shot while the Writer Safeguard Company staff were keeping money withdrawn from the bank inside a Bolero Jeep park opposite the bank. The armed miscreant looted 1 crore and 15 lakh rupees and they sped away on a motorbike. Police has registered a case. There is no clue about the loot gang till the time of filling this report. Protests have erupted following the death of a raped minor girl from the Infalt West district. Impact News sources said scuffles occurred between police and irate locals at Mayanginfalt, Bangun last night at around 6, in which many have sustained injuries, including police personnel. Outraged locals vandalized the house of the accused persons involved in the rape and death of the minor girl. Police resorted to firing of the tear gas cells to contain the situation. The locals retaliated by pelting stones towards the police, injuring an escort of Singjamai police station SDPO and the 3 other policemen. Some locals also sustained injuries in the scuffle. Meanwhile, the ex-convener of the JAC formed against the rape and death of the minor girl, Fushamd Lias, said he has resigned from being the convener of the JAC as he condemns the agreement reached between the JAC and Chief Minister, other top officials and some CSOs as the agreement is against the public's interest.
Ngasi JAC ga sarkar ga yanaba ama purakle haiduna thoki warol adu miyam gi apamba oidabana maram moiraga chatnadre yanadre haina ai isa JAC convener isana hai tawduna silokchari loinana ai isasu JAC gi convener oi batokle resign tawre haina miyam da silokchari
ai isasu JAC asiki ko convener on leba ai samaksu JAC sidaki ai resign tawjari ai sign tawjari.
The Assam has appealed to the government to punish those miscreants who raped the 14-year-old girl under Mayang Infault police station, resulting in her death. Press release from the Assam said government's negligence in punishing such miscreants led to rise in such crimes. Students' Union of Kangleipak SUK has also condemned the miscreants involved in the rape and death of the minor girl. The union has demanded to award bare-feeted punishment to the culprits involved in her death. Old Meitei Pangal Students' Union of the Manipur AMP SUM, Old Manipur Nupi Marup and Old Manipur Meitei Pangal Development Union MMP DU have also condemned the incident. Confirmed cases of COVID-19 in Manipur have reached 6,699, of which 1,765 are active cases and recoveries are 4,899. That toll has reached 35. As per State Health Department and COVID-19 Command Control Room press release at 5 p.m. today, in the past 24 hours, 3 people have succumbed to COVID-19. Deceased persons are 60-year-old men from Imphal East District, 39-year-old men from Imphal East District and 56-year-old women from the Thoubal District. They died at Sija, Jennings and Caesar, respectively, from the COVID-19 and other comorbid conditions, while 90 people have tested positive for COVID-19, out of which 66 persons are from the general population and 24 are personnel of a Central Armed Police Force. Infected persons from the general population are 15 from the Technopal District, 13 from the Vishnupur District, 12 from Imphal East District, 10 from Imphal West District, 8 from Thoubal District and 3 each from the Jiribam and Ukhrul District and 2 from the Kakching District. All are locals without any significant travel history. They are being shifted to COVID care facilities and necessary measures are underway. While in the past 24 hours, 125 people were discharged after recovery. Manipur's recovery rate stands at 73.13%. Kurai MLA El Susindro has declared that a separate COVID care center will be set up for Kurai constituency in the near future. He said that initiatives are underway to conduct a free COVID-19 test for pregnant women of the constituency. Speaking on the sideline of extending relief items and monetary help to local clubs at his residence today, El Susindro appealed to the relevant authorities to punish those who failed to abide by COVID-19 related protocols. He extended financial help, shirts and hand sanitizers to members of local clubs of Kurai on the occasion. MLA El Susindro appeals to pregnant women of the constituency to submit their names to a free COVID-19 test at the earliest. He said the test will be conducted at his residence in association with CMO Imphal East.
Kurai kendra ki manungda positive oiraba yam symptomatic oidaba masada lahau mung to nataba haitar adumba patient jingche kendra ki manungda covid care center ma koi hangthokna naba Imphal East ki CMO amasung koi ki medical department ga tanaraga asima koi tawnana ba hangthokna ba honari thasura miron mijing ki moi ki test to bose masi test of daga de moi se hospital la poko ki problem chu leibani na test koi ki serita I state coordinator malay masi kuthana tawra ko moi free of cost ko test on na bagi khudong sabu so kuna maina dise lockdown ge manungda kurai ke ne mari maram chadana haita polo ko da police na phaba ko da ai time ta badai do operation to roina tragana madu bu thado pio na ina request to zero yaraga di khara strictly to binana ba sima appeal to ni.
United Bus Owners Welfare Association Manipur has announced resumption of statewide passenger bus services following an order released by the government of Manipur. The association has stated that passenger bus services will be resumed by abiding COVID-19 related SOPs. It has also appealed to every passenger to abide by COVID-19 preventive protocols and to sanitize themselves properly before boarding the bus. Following surge in COVID-19 positive cases among police personnel at the Sugnu of Kaching district, a team led by CMO Kaching Dr. T. Manihar and District Surveillance Officer Dr. E. Kiran have inspected the site to open COVID-19 testing center at Sugnu guest house. Speaking on the sideline, Dr. Manihar said the testing center was opened in the wake of rising incidents of coronavirus positive cases in the area. The center, with 6 staff, will start functioning from tomorrow. The CMO said 26 quarantine centers of Kaching district closed down yesterday. He added that educational institutions in the district are relieved from COVID-19 related works, except for the COVID Care Center open at PR English School in Kaching and COVID Testing Center open at Ka Manipur College. The team also inspected the condition of the Community Health Center of Sugnu and assured to apprise the relevant authorities to provide adequate infrastructure at the earliest. All Zeliarong organization Manipur Valley has claimed that the upcoming Tribal Freedom Fighter Museum in Manipur should be named after Rani Gaidinloi. The organization has condemned Tribal Affairs and Health Minister and Kaishi for trying to change the name of the museum and demanded him to withdraw his step. Speaking to media, President of All Zeliarong Organization Manipur Valley, Maibond Phaume, said the Indian government in 2014-15 proposed to construct the museum under Vishwa Samvat Kendra Varat in the name of the freedom fighter Rani Gaidinloi, acknowledging her contribution in the fights against the British at her birthplace in the Tamenglong district. He also said Kuki NP Manipur president seems to be unaware of the fact about the names of the museum.
Manipur ki Kuki NP president masa makna press note ta thokiba adu koi lewak chibani maramdi akoi hariba asi akoi aramanate government na sanction to issue Rani Gaidinloi gi mabu khangbi boina hariba museum asi sana bagi dumakta project thaba natraga moigi proposal thaba asi punamak asi koi leri asi mi kun trana thaba committee aduna asi proposal to khibani mari matung lapa asi kai no thobi bano haibabu hojik akoi TD and Hills Affair pariba minister na mana achum badu lo thoraga Tribal Freedom Fighter ni giming de lapani na mana sendo raga twist to thoraga to padigi masi wa thokji thokpani ha sai panjani aduna asingba arama thobak toraga makhel da puna ba khona ri ba punma ase yaroi hena aina ajani.
Old Manipur PET successful candidates of 10th and 11th IRB Riflement 2019 have submitted a memorandum to the Governor and Chief Minister of Manipur demanding result declaration of their written examination held in 2019. Joint Secretary of the Association S.A. Somorjit warned of submitting a memorandum to the Prime Minister and Union Home Minister of India if the state government failed to declare their result within 1 week. Their memorandum includes appeals to select candidates on the merit basis of the written test without viva voice. Candidates also expressed worry that most of them have crossed the age bar.
Matam sauna 10 amadi 11 IRB haiduktana laiba written test result si athuba matam da haituk biduna makha thaba viva processing ma sathe biduna yam thuna process solution bi haina haijakre loinana saliba seolasing manungda honorable CM na masana na oirawa yes bar kushilaba amadi oirawa ikoibu nungsi biduna written test result si haituk biduna makha thaba process si sathe bidaba taragadi Thangnaba nimit aduda Honorable Prime Minister of India amadi Honorable Union Home Minister of India da memorandum piduna khangan jaragani hadina koi thamjakhare.
Liangmei Naga Katimai Ruangdi and Liangmei Pui Naga Ruangdi have appealed to the government to provide necessary help to AB Kaidi Hemang from the Makhand village in the Kangpokpi district who has become bedridden after he reportedly sustained gunshot injuries from a commando team in 2010. Speaking to media at the victim's residence, President of Liangmei Pui Naga Ruangdi Priscilla Thuimai said that a team led by a former Imphal West SP Eld Kailund has failed to keep their promise to help the victim. She said the victim was assured that his brother will be recruited in Manipur police in 2013 as well as in 2016, but have failed to keep their promises. Priscilla said they have been trying to meet Chief Minister Nongthom Birane to discuss the matter, but could not get his appointment till date. They warned of agitation if the government failed to punish those police personnel responsible for his condition and if the government failed to help the victim at the earliest.
Thodok tu budi 2010 Congress ki matam da thokhrabani adubu akhoina we believe on the current BJP government tum bedridden oina lengbang amdana only magi asigi chest ki upper part khakta magi cell si hinglibani asi waba lakhrabasi da chahitra gi su compensate tawo and then his life should be secured financially monetarily by the government lahan moina promise taw khraba service pige have the government gi service pige have the pb daba yade haibasine akhoi gi demand di.
Eminent Pandit of the Manipur, Pandit Loishankam, former visiting guru of Jawaharlal Nehru Manipur Dance College, Ngariyanbam Kerani, passed away this morning due to an illness. Manipur Pandit Loishang and Pandit Kulachandra Ningsing Thaugal Lupt have expressed condolences upon his demise. Well, now it's time for a small commercial break. After the break, we bring you updates on coronavirus cases in India and the world. We will be back with details after the break. Until then, keep watching Impact News.
Kaziranga University, the #1 career university in the Northeast, offering a wide range of UG and PG courses with up to 100% merit-based scholarship, a state-of-the-art infrastructure, and unbeatable placements. A pioneer in shaping, molding, and delivering excellence, Kaziranga University is the right place to launch your career.
Welcome back. After the break, you are watching Primetime English Bulletin. India's COVID-19 tally went past 39 lakh with 83,341 fresh cases reported in a span of 24 hours, while the number of recoveries crossed the 30 lakh mark, pushing the recovery rate of coronavirus patients in the country to 77.15%. As per the Union Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, active COVID-19 cases in the country are above 8,31,000, and that toll has reached 68,472. Maharashtra has the highest number of active cases of above 2 lakhs. Meanwhile, the Indian Council of Medical Research said that 11,69,765 tests were conducted in the last 24 hours. Globally, coronavirus has infected above 2 crore 65 lakh people and above 8 lakh 73,000 people have died. Recoveries are above 1 crore 86 lakh. United States of America is on top with more than 25 lakh 69,000 active cases, followed by Brazil and India. Among the northeast states, novel coronavirus has affected Assam the most. The state's total confirmed COVID-19 cases have reached 1,18,333, out of which 29,274 are active cases. Arunachal Pradesh confirmed COVID-19 cases have reached 4,574, out of which 1,399 are active cases. Nagaland's active COVID-19 cases are 732. Tripura's total confirmed COVID-19 cases have reached 13,312, out of which 5,193 are active cases. There are 389 active cases of COVID-19 in Mizoram, 430 in Sikkim, and 1,220 active cases of COVID-19 in Meghalaya. Indian Red Cross Society Manipur State, along with Thongju Part 2 Gram Panchayat and COVID-19 Voluntary Task Force, organized an awareness program on COVID-19 at Koiro, Thongju Part 2, Koiro, Lai Shumang Community Hall today. Chairman of IRCS Infal is Narendra Ningomba, Secretary Dr. N. Amal Kumar and Treasurer Dr. Sunil Senjamt were the resource persons of the program. More than 100 people attended the awareness program, including members of Young Development Association Club and Maira Paibi members. Visakhapatnam-based Rashtriya Ispat Nigam Limited has donated face masks, sanitizers and PPE kits to police personnel of Churachandpur district under its corporate social responsibility. DGP of the Manipur, LM Kaute, flagged off the items from the Manipur Police Headquarters in Babupara. IG Zone 2 of the Manipur Police, Clay Kongsai, ADGP Intelligence L. Kailund, ADGP Training and Prison P. Dongald, IG Provisioned Langband Priyokumar, DIG Kabib K, Churachandpur District SP Rita Shinha and other top police officers were present on the occasion. DGP LM Kalte has appreciated Rashtriya Ispat Nigam Limited for donating the items.
The Visakhapatnam steel plant, which is a public sector undertaking and a leading steel producer of the country, has graciously decided to support the Churachandpur district police in terms of materials that are very essential for equipping our police personnel for better performance of their duty in COVID-related works and duties in Churachandpur district. I also would like to extend my gratitude and thanks to the company.
We have received some items to fight COVID for our police personnel in the forms of masks, sanitizers, PPE kits and gloves from Rashtriya Ispat Nigam Limited, Visakhapatnam. We are very thankful to the Chairman cum Managing Director Shri P.K. Rath sir, who took an initiative and immediately agreed to hand over the items to us as we are fighting Corona in this unprecedented situation.
Democratic Students Alliance of Manipur, Desarmed, carried out a drive against battle leaves today. Desarmed volunteers seized battle leaves from the Prince Lodge in the Pona Bazaar from non-locals. Speaking on the sideline, Desarmed General Secretary L. Lamyanba appealed to stop selling battle leaves as it is not an essential item. The seized battle leaves were destroyed at Desarmed office in Kwakitheld.
Lenga ki oina su lambi da mapam miyam tin mapam da tin sitpa ya de haibagi akan ba adugu ba instruction ama khaksu leiri bani adubu kwa saba ya de haidana leira kan sida kwa mana sina manang kaina sum phanga kan da masigi oiba maning mamang samna da adugu ba mataw ama ka uli ba se masi ai koi ta sekna yaning de government na thok pa adugu ba essential commodities na essential item da su sanda ba sigu ba kwa mana sing sa ngasi kaithel sing sida manang kaina pa yonduna leiba masi bu ai koi na business tawraga sena lambi oina tawraga leiba haiba se masi ai koi yabangam loi kwa mana amadi kwa mana ga mari leina ba ai koi ki hirak mana na chingba cha ba se masi ai koi Manipur ki culture amakak oiratli masigi hariba culture sideda khudong saba lawra kanda mapalam dagi mito miyan sa singna aikoida akoi lamdam sige senmitlon da natraga halsel da adugum ba aikoida cultural imperialist ki thawang amakak aikoina sathai haibu se aikoigi miyam na su yamna mayek sengna aikoina ubangam gadabani manam maduna ngasi mating leiba Manipur khunai ama sengana bagi da makta hariba aikoi kwa saba dagi hawraga mayai ka bani sa khudi makse mayai ka ba sinja khudi makse aikoi thengana bagi da makta aikoi khongsan sangsan minas.
Convener of JCILPS Manipur YK Dhiren has denounced the inner-line permit being implemented in Manipur since December 31, 2019. He said the ILP system is not the system demanded by the people of the state as it concerned with giving mere entry and exit pass to non-Manipuris. He appealed to the government to amend the Bengal Frontier Regulation Act and implement the ILP system desired by the people of the state. He was speaking on the sideline of the 5th funeral memorial of Lamjing Maira Sapam Robin Hood at MMRC and Unity Park in Khangabok in Thoubal district yesterday. Family members of the late Robin Hood, JCILPS and the founder of KM Blooming Higher Secondary School, Khangabok KH Menjor Mangang jointly organized the memorial event. Residents of Sanjanban village in the Sekmai constituency of Imphal West district have carried out a protest demonstration demanding to provide them the assured amount of rice under Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana. The protest meet was staged at the Sanjanban Mayai Laikai community hall today. Protesters say they are facing various problems due to the COVID-19 pandemic lockdown. They urge the relevant authorities to look into the matter. Two conflicting students' unions over an incident of Lilong Haurebi College have reached an understanding. Students have alleged that principal of the college, Dr. A. Shurenjit, is involved in various controversies related to the college. They have appealed to the authorities concerned to look into the matter and to suspend the miscreant teacher at the earliest. Governor Dr. Najma Abdullah has extended heartiest greetings on the occasion of Teachers' Day 2020. Teachers' Day is celebrated all over the country on September 5th, the birthday of the former President Dr. S. Radhakrishnan, to honor the teachers for their precious contributions towards the society and the country. In her greeting, the governor said teachers play an important role in character building of the students and make them worthy citizens. She said Manipur has a lot of expectations from its teaching community. Chief Minister Nongthammon Birren has also extended heartiest greeting on the occasion of Teachers' Day 2020. In his message, the Chief Minister said teachers unrevealed talents and demystified complexities. They teach life skills and help to choose between right and wrong. They mentor young minds and guide them to become responsible citizens. He has called upon everyone to show love and gratitude to teachers. Education Minister Dr. Thokchom Radisham has also sent greetings to teachers of the state on the occasion of Teachers' Day 2020. The Election Commission of India today announced that it has taken decisions to conduct 65 pending by-elections and the Bihar Assembly election around the same time. There is one vacancy in Lok Sabha and 64 in the Legislative Assembly of the various states. Several by-polls were deferred in the recent past due to the COVID-19 pandemic and excessive rains. The EC held a meeting earlier today regarding the holding of the by-election due to various states. Presently, there are 65 clear vacancies due of the by-election in Assembly Parliamentary constituency, out of which there are 64 vacancies in the State Legislative Assembly of the various states and one vacancy for Parliamentary constituency. ECI may conduct the by-election of Bihar at the earliest, as their General Assembly elections should be conducted by 29th of November. It may be mentioned that by-elections are required for some Assembly constituencies of Manipur. Now the news from the world of sports. 23-time Grand Slam champion of US Open Championship, USA's Serena Williams, has entered the second round of the women's singles of the 140th Tennis Championship. The championship is played under the aegis of United States Tennis Association at the hard court of the Billie Jean King Tennis Court in New York. In the second round of the women's singles, Serena Williams defeated Margarita Gasparyan from Russia 6-2, 6-4. Victorious Azarenka of Belarus beat Arya Sabalenka also from Belarus 6-1, 6-3, and Lone Stephens of USA beat Olga Govortsova of Belarus 6-2, 6-2, while in the second round of the men's singles of the tennis championship, Felix Auger of Canada defeated former world number 1 Andy Murray of the United Kingdom 6-2, 6-3, 6-4, while Daniil Medvedev of Russia beat Christopher Connell of Australia 6-2, 6-3, 6-4, and Matteo Berrettini of Italy beat Ugo Humbert of France 6-4, 6-4, 7-6, 8-6 to enter the third round. World champion PV Sindhu has decided to skip the Thomas and the Uber Cup in Aarhus, Denmark, starting from October 3 to 11th. The prestigious Thomas and Uber Cup finals is supposed to restart international badminton after a gap of 6 months. Sindhu, however, will send her entry for the two Badminton World Federation's BWF Super 750 Tour events in Odense, Denmark, scheduled after the Thomas Uber Cup competition in successive weeks. First Lankan Premier League will commence on the 14th of November. The league, which was earlier scheduled to be held in September under Sri Lanka Cricket Board, will now be held from November 14th till December 6. 70 players will participate in the league. 5 teams, including Colombo Lions, Dambulla Hawks, Galley Gladiators, Jaffna Cobras and Kandy Tusker will compete in the league in 23 matches, including double round-robin leagues and playoff matches. Spinner Harbhajan Singh will not participate in the third dreamed 11th Indian Premier League. The spinner took the decisions not to participate in the league due to his family matter. It may be mentioned that the Suresh Raina, who is one of the most important player of a Chennai Super Kings team, has also returned from UAE and will not take part in the league. The team, which will play the opening match of the league, will have huge differences in their match as there are COVID-19 positive patients and players leaving the team. Well, that's all we have in this bulletin, but before we wind up, let's take a glimpse at the headlines once again. Unidentified armed miscreants loot 1 crore 15 lakh rupees withdrawn from SBI main branch Churachandpur district to deposit in ATMs. Protests erupt at Mayang in Falls, Bangun following death of raped minor girl, many injured including women. Manipur reports 19 new COVID-19 cases and 3 deaths in last 24 hours. Recoveries surpass active cases by above 2,000. Kurai MLA El Susindro says Kurai constituency will get a dedicated COVID care center in the near future. United Bus Owners Welfare Association's Manipur announced resumption of statewide passengers bus services. And India's COVID-19 tally crosses 39 lakh with 83,341 fresh cases reported in the last 24 hours, while recoveries cross the 30 lakh mark. Well, thank you so much for being with us. Coming up next is Prime Time's Manipuri Bulletin. In the meantime, for more news and information, please do not hesitate to follow Impact TV on Facebook, Twitter and YouTube. Until then, have a great evening and stay safe.